forward. Hey everyone, Dr. Kandis and Giulia here. We wanted to chat with you a little bit about our own stories and our own journey with burnout and what we hope that you will get from our videos and our workshops and our online programs and our YouTube channel. So for myself, burnout showed up for me. I had a very successful practice. And the big thing that I started to notice and what led me to walk away from my practice for a while was that I had lost my why. The reason that I was a naturopath in the first place, the reason that I wanted to serve people felt like it was this distant, foggy memory. And it took for me walking away from my practice and realizing how depleted and how tired and how under-resourced I was to realize that, oh crap, I'm in a burnout phase. So part of this journey for me has been really personal in terms of overcoming my own burnout and recognizing my own patterns in the burnout cycle and learning tools so that I can still be of service and still be out in the world and make an impact while still staying resourced and keeping my baseline health in check, which has been an ongoing and ever-going process. And I've noticed that in clients and patients too. There's a tendency, I think, for women, also men though too, there's a different set of things that happen for men. There's perfectionism shows up, high achievement shows up, overgiving shows up. And there's this expectation that we are out in the workforce and that we are also all these other things to many people, because that's been the nature of our role in society, which is great. But how do we manage all that in a way that still keeps us sane at the end of the day? So that's been a real journey for me and a big lesson for me. And I see it also in healthcare providers as well, this real tendency to give all of ourselves and then have nothing left at the end of the day. And that can show up in time management, that can show up in spending hours with somebody, it can show up in all kinds of ways. And so part of my goal and my mission is to teach people how to maintain their own self-care practices, how to notice when they're in a phase of saying yes and people pleasing, how to notice these things about themselves, or maybe it's the perfectionism or the high achievers, so that, and develop tools so that they can still do all these things in the world without burning themselves out. Giulia, tell me about your experience.
Yeah. So I've been working in an industry that is the food industry for 20 years. And also when I was younger as a teacher. So I've experienced a lot of very intense environment. And I always thought that I was one of these person very strong. And that I was thinking that I can take everything on. That is part of me, but is also part of what society asks us women to take everything on. So become a pattern to me, like saying, okay, it's fine, I can take this on. And this led me to break down more than once in a very bad way, like being unable to really relate with others, like destroy project and relationship that I was like care for, but obviously I wasn't able anymore to manage them and neither to care, because I was, and here we go with another huge shame, because burnout is also, and this is about why I really care for the work we are doing, because burnout is about shame. And unfortunately, as women, there is a lot, but there is also men, obviously. But one of the biggest challenge when we are burning out is that we are ashamed of. So that we don't talk about it, and we think that we are the problem instead of thinking that there is a problem. And this is because there is a lot of unknown, people are not educated. We don't know. And the other problem is that there is a not conformity to society. So when we are start to be not productive, we start to blame ourselves. We are ashamed of saying, I need to rest. And this was what happened to me. I was thinking that resting was like lazy and was like, I was ashamed of. And this bring me to a total breakdown. And this was also my way to break free in a certain sense, because when we break down, there is a lot of wisdom. If we can see it instead of being victim, we can start to see that something was wrong. And I can see that so many women nowadays, and men also, they start to say, this is not what I want. This is not how I want to live. This is need to be break. I need to start a new cycle of my life. I need new beginnings. I need to do things differently. And so for me, the key was starting from my body. And my body and the way I'm into my body, like, and I feel how I feel into my body was actually was saved my life in a certain sense, because I was so disconnected that I neither pay attention to it. I was thinking it was a kind of machine. Oh, I can use it, and then I fix this, and then everything's gonna be back at the same as it was. But I'm not a car, so obviously, and no one of us, we are human beings, and so we are like, it's a very complex system we live in. And that is also beautiful to discover how we can be human in this world and care for others and go with our items and having a sustainable, whatever sustainable means, life. So there is a lot of work to do. And I think that also working together, working one-to-one, whatever it is, I really love to work with in groups, because I think that there is so much wisdom into that.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, everyone's got his option and the way he likes it. So yeah, this is why we are so passionate about it. There is part of our personal experience. There is part of a lot of research we did, me and Kandis. We have an intertwined journey of professional wisdom and many other things as women. So yeah, we would love to have you on our adventures.
Yes. Yeah. So, however you are choosing to join the ride with us, we hope that you do, whether that's in our Facebook group, on our YouTube channel, or one-to-one, or in one of our workshops. We hope to see you there.